News with Gina.
The News with Gina Grad.
TMZ says The Price is Right has gone on a brief hiatus this week following the death of Drew Carey's ex-fiancé, Dr. Amy Harwick. We spoke about this a little bit. Harwick, who was a sex therapist and appeared in the 2015 documentary Addicted to Sexting. Did you see that?
No.
Okay. Was killed Saturday after falling from a balcony inside her Hollywood Hills home. Her ex-boyfriend was arrested for murder. Carey and Harwick broke up amicably in 2018. In a statement, Drew Carey said, quote, "Amy and I had a love that people are lucky to have once in a lifetime. She was a positive force in the world, a tireless and unapologetic champion for women, and passionate about her work as a therapist. I'm overcome with grief. I'd like to thank you in advance for, giving us privacy as we mourn the situation."
I feel like we should all get a restraining order out preemptively against our spouses and significant others.
The ones that we're currently with?
Yeah.
Part of the prenup?
Well, just to send the message that if you're thinking about doing any shit in the future, this restraining order is going to look really bad because when you go, she had a boyfriend with a restraining order, and then
all I need to know.
Just, guilty.
This is a brilliant idea, and you should bring it up to Garagos because I'm curious. Can you file a restraining order against someone and never tell them about it? So, I could file one against Gina and never tell her.
I don't think so.
But you would never know, and thus, when you did something, I can enforce it.
It's not like Instagram and I'm blocked and I don't know it.
No,
I think they find out.
Oh, damn
it. But I have heard of, and there is
for example,
there's the countersuing or restraining order where you get one against me, and I go, well, I'm getting one against you.
Deal.
And then you go, you can't be within 100 feet. And I go, well, you can't be within 101 feet of me. Bitch.
Jinx, owe me a Coke.
Then you go up to 2. And, yeah. Sad.
Well, speaking of that, the murder of Dr. Amy Harwick has gotten Wendy Williams in a little bit of hot water. Hey, what is going on with Wendy Williams?
Does she have strong thoughts on the death of this young woman?
She
Quite
comments.
the opposite. I'll show you.
She has a show where she goes up there and pontificates to her audience, which is fine, but then people outside of her audience hear it and they don't like it. She was talking about Valentine's Day.
Galentine's Day.
Galentine's
I have
Day.
that too.
And she's like, hey, gays, you stay out. This is for us now. We don't like you wearing our skirts either and all that. And her audience is laughing it up, but it's
Twitter
the audience.
is not.
It's outside of that.
You're right. I don't want to shit on your point because you're absolutely right about that clip.
Mm-hmm.
I
don't know what this clip is.
Leaves a little more crickets and tumbleweeds at the end. So Monday during the Wendy Williams show, she informed a gasping audience about Harwick's death because it was just all, oh, what? And after telling the crowd that she was not killed by Drew Carey, she said his catchphrase, which I'll show you, then moved her gaze from the top to the floor as though she's watching someone fall. So this is what she said.
Once the cops got there, she was down there dead on the ground. Yep. Was pushed off of a 3rd floor balcony. She was killed not by Drew, but by the ex. Come on down.
Oh, boy. Yeah, come on down to the terra firma.
Yeah, exactly. So people not thrilled. The audience pretty silent.
You know I want to come back as?
Who?
A sort of multi-ethnic, heavy-set, probably a woman.
But not sure.
Not sure.
Questioning.
Daytime TV audience member.
Oh.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, and you just show me, you show close-ups of me going, ooh, or oh, no, you didn't. I shake my head and I'm like, what are you doing today, Carolla?
What you got?
I don't know. I'm going to get up around, I think about 10:15, maybe 10:30 and put some sweatpants on. Going over to live taping of Wendy Williams, and then I'm going over to the chat, and then the Buzz, and then the View, and then the Reel or something. And I just sit in the audience, and then they're going to bring up YouTube stars I've never heard of, and then I'm going to look surprised. And then later on, she's going to talk about being molested, and I'm going to look concerned.
Yeah.
And then later on, they're going to talk about the economy, and I'll look inquisitive. And then I'm eating.
And then a new miracle pill, and I'm going to look encouraged.
Yeah. And I'll be clapping. Oh, and then there's the end when they pump the music, and I get up and I dance, and then I go back to my place and I eat.
That's great.
Yeah.
You get paid for that?
Ask me what I'm doing tomorrow.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Heading down to Wendy Williams. Noonish. I don't know, the Real.
The Real, sure.
They go live to tape around 3, so I just got to be there by like 2:45. They have free food.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Was that when they throw candy into the audience?
Yeah, and if you go there when the gadget guy shows up, like I got these blue blocker sunglasses for free, for looking at screens.
Sure, that's payment itself.
Yep. Another time he had, I don't know what those boom boxes are that don't take batteries, but that works. If I had a phone, I could hook it up to the phone.
Oh, like a Bluetooth? Bluetooth?
Nah, they're fine.
Okay. Your teeth are okay?
Yeah, anyway, they got like a blue, a guy called it Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Right. So you get free gadgets, you get free food.
Wow.
And then I look concerned.
How do you pay your rent?
I don't really need to live anywhere. I kind of live in the studio.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
that
It's like
makes
it's free
sense.
food all
Right.
the time. I have my studio friends. No
Right.
one, they cut tight
Comfy
to me a
chairs.
lot. I find the cut tight during the concern. That's kind of my strongest look is
wow.
concern.
Yeah.
But then I get them and I shake my moneymaker pretty good, too, at the end when we dance.
Yeah.
And I just go to
Especially
my
for
next
Ellen.
daytime TV. Yeah.
Mazel tov.
You say The Price is Right's not on?
Yeah, they're on hiatus this week because of a
Oh,
death.
boy. That's going to leave a hole.
We cut to a casting session for new audience members. So, yes, we are starting a new talk show. We need audience members. You can do Concerned, I assume. It's on your resume here. You do Concerned.
I'm doing it now.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Can you do Consternated?
What'd you call me? Is this the... I'm sorry, I've been looking at this in drama log. Is this the very real or the new real or the real
This is
the real deal?
This is the real, both spelled REEL. It's a
fishing show?
It's sort of a postmodern. So it's a fishing topical. I mean,
fishing for topic.
They're fishermen who talk about other things.
Oh, the Gordons guys here?
That's right.
Oh, it's good. Mrs. Paul, you around?
These are all important questions.
All right. Well, ask me to look. I'll give you a handful. You ask.
Okay.
Ask me. Go ahead.
Look. Let's start with Concern. When you do well. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Judgmental. Oh, okay.
you did.
That's good.
You did not.
Disapproving. Oh, that's good.
Not on my watch.
That's good. Really gonna put a plus.
I want my kid doing
I'm gonna
that.
Put a plus
no, you
by
don't
that
come
one.
at me that way. You talk to the hand.
Concerned. That's good. I can
Yeah,
see. I can see why
that's important.
it says here majored in concerned.
Yeah, so I'll just be a fixture here eating for free, doing nothing. Who are these people? What goes on?
I
Who
don't
are these
know.
audience members? Where's the calendar? Where's the schedule? What?
Do you take a vacation to New York specifically to sit in the Wendy Williams audience?
I bet you do. I'll bet there's half that audience is around
I
town.
guess. But also, what kind of vacation is that?
Yeah.
Gonna wait in line and walk through a metal detector? Like, I want to go to the top of the Empire State Building. No
No can
time
do.
for that. We got to spend time in a metal detector.
You know how you've talked about in the past, like Anna Nicole Smith and Pamela Anderson being female impersonators?
Mm-hmm.
Would you put Wendy Williams on that list?
Yes, I would. I don't. First off, you're uniquely qualified to answer this, Gina Grant. Is her bosom real?
I think so. We don't choose to be that big. It chooses
We
us.
don't, but some
We-
do.
we.
There are some.
I don't know. I think I could be wrong, but in one clip, she was wearing a see-through white sweater with
Yes.
and I know it was a minimizer bra.
Oh, you
so,
know.
yeah, she wouldn't be wearing a
tell me more.
minimizer if it was an elective surgery, in my opinion.
Dolly's not real, though, right?
No, Dolly is made of doll parts.
Right. But now she chose to go big.
Yeah, she has a song called Backwoods Barbie, all about it.
But what?
She
why
may look
did
artificial,
she
but where it counts, she's real.
What? Why did she choose to go that big?
Because if you'll
Was there-
play
was she-
Backwoods Barbie, it'll all be
Was she
explained.
big to begin
No,
with?
she was a scrawny little, skinny little girl in the Smoky Mountains.
Right.
And she would see all the pretty ladies in downtown, and they were hookers, and she didn't know it. But they had makeup, and they had tight dresses, and the blonde, and she wanted to be just like them.
Right, but sometimes the scrawny gals develop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is it. This song makes me cry.
Me too. This is the giving tree
Just a simple
of Barbie
country girl.
of Dolly Parton songs.
I wanted
To be pretty more than anything in the world.
Well, I say Gina.
like Barbie are the models in
The
the
Fredericks catalog.
From rags to wish wishes.
Rags to wishes.
Oh.
Oh, my
shit.
God.
All right, Gina's going to cry.
I'm just about
So she tells you the whole story. She used to burn matches and use it as eyeliner, and she'd smash berries and put them on her lips. And she wanted to be like the pretty girls in town. She didn't know they were escorts. And that never left her mind.
Yeah.
And she did it.
Like Bob Seger's Main Street.
All right.
Like fancy.
What else, Gina?
The controversy over the Houston Astros cheating scandal heating up a little bit, with some of the game's most prominent players speaking out about how Major League Baseball mishandled this situation. So while MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred suspended Houston's GM and manager over the sign stealing scandal, and then they were fired, no players have been suspended or fined. A lot of people pissed about that.
You know how everything gets mishandled?
Mm-hmm.
And the reason everything gets mishandled is because nobody knows how big the storm front is.
Yeah.
They think it's a rain shower and it's going to
It'll
blow
pass.
through. It's just going to blow through. So what you do is you minimize. You go, all right, let's not alarm everybody and let's not freak everybody out. Let's just see if we can get past this. Because they're always sort of hoping that they can do the minimal amount possible and then it'll just blow through.
Right.
So they start doing the minimal amount possible, and it turns out it's a typhoon, and then they're fucked.
And you didn't prepare.
And
for a
they're not
typhoon.
prepared. Right.
So here's an example. I mean, there's many quotes, but here's one.
This is all, every single one of those Weinstein or Joe Paterno, or any of those cases, is always somebody like finds out and goes, all right, let's just
Let's
not
do the
tell.
least bit we can to make this go
Just
away.
keep it quiet.
Keep our
Let's
heads
Let's get the
down.
business as usual. We don't want any of this Sandusky
Right.
stuff floating around.
Which always leads me to think, how many other similar scandals are going on that do get handled? And
probably many.
If this is the playbook, no pun intended, for how to handle this scandal, this must work 80% of the time.
Well, it's a default human setting. Most people like a kind of business as usual, and so they go, did you find out that this person is making allegation, whatever? And you go, just smooth it over. Just smooth it over.
working.
Just keep working. And that's how it goes. But now what we don't realize now is, if anyone who's gotten into politics realizes, there's footage and tape
That's
and
right.
recordings and affidavits of everybody saying everything at all times.
That's right. So here's Mike Trout's thoughts on this. He says, it's sad for baseball. It's tough. They cheated. I don't agree with the punishments. The player's not getting anything. It was a player-driven thing. It sucks, too, because guys' careers have been affected. A lot of people lost jobs. So, and they're also showing for the future, if you try this, nothing's really going to happen.
Can I say this? Brooke Burke is hot, right?
Yes.
How?
Sure.
And she's a physical specimen.
Absolutely.
She's in great shape. And Mike Trout is hot and a physical specimen.
Yeah.
Could we get these two together? A, because they'd have wonderful athletic offspring. But because you would have to change your name to Brooke Trout. And that would be awesome.
That'd be worth it.
And they'd probably give birth to some of the best soccer players on the planet.
Yeah,
That's
a great idea.
Let's do that.
There's also...
She's got to be 15, 20 years the senior, right?
I don't know, but
What does it matter?
she's in phenomenal shape.
Look at her.
She's piping hot. All those two do is work out all day. And plus, you have, obviously, the advantage of Brooke Trout.
Right.
They're both here in Southern California.
Yeah. Little love connection.
Let's get them together.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't know who she's married to, but I feel like he would understand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's worth it.
Like, what's your name? Dr. Finkelstein.
If she doesn't,
Brooke,
if she doesn't work out, Brooke Burns is also available. A very attractive young woman.
Oh, yeah, any Brooke.
Any Brooke will do.
Any Brooke will do. Yeah. Wait, sorry.
Yes.
Who should I punt? Brooke Burns' husband or Brooke Burke's husband? And what you have to do is you have to figure out what their last name is.
Footnote, where's Brooke Burns been?
I don't know. I wish it was under my mattress.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Damn.
now we're talking.
Yeah.
Baywatch, yes?
She was... Fuck, what was she doing?
She she did the morning show or something. She
Very
was a
big.
She like
beautiful
Best Damn
blonde.
Sports Show or something?
Oh.
She did a bunch of stuff.
She's a
Anyway,
cutie.
one of the husbands has to go.
Extremely attractive.
Brooke Burke is no longer married. She separated from her husband in 2018.
Better.
Big.
Even
Done.
better. Even better. All right.
And Brooke Burns is married to Gavin O'Connor.
O'Connor's fine, but it's no Trout. All right. So make that happen.
You produce that.
Produce that.
So on the way here, I heard, and I would love Garagos to weigh in on this if he's not already involved somehow. Ticket holders for the Astros want to sue the Astros for inflating the price of the tickets because they're World Series winners.
Let me tell you.
You can't have it both ways. If you wave the flag, you're out.
I had Garagos in here last week, and we were talking about this, and he was basically explaining the endless cascading possibilities of who's in on this class action lawsuit, and it just keeps going. I mean, it's the
We're
fans,
bankrupt that
it's
franchise.
the LA fans that were ripped
Of
off.
course.
It's the players that were. There's nobody.
Sponsors.
The hot dog vendors are going to get a taste of this one. Like it just, you should have seen. Garagos had a look on his face.
He's licking his chops.
he really did. He had a look, and then that look said, "Oh, this one's going."
The guy who manufactures the trash cans they were banging on for the signals.
Right, it just keeps going.
Wow.
There's an over-under, by the way, on some gambling sites of number of Houston Astros batters to be hit by pitches this year.
That was another thing.
Interesting.
Didn't the MLB commissioner warn people against doing that? Like, he's really protecting them, it sounds like.
I would hammer the under. I mean, there's going to be a lot, but they have it at like 80 or 83, somewhere around there. And that's one every other game, which is an astonishing number. If the hit batter thing happens, it'll be over by July. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the richest man on Earth is trying to save the planet. Jeff Bezos plans to give away $10 billion, billion with a B, to fight climate change as part of his just-launched Bezos Earth Fund.
That's fake.
On Instagram, the Amazon CEO says, quote, "Climate change is the biggest threat to our planet. I want to work alongside others both to amplify known ways and to explore new ways of fighting the devastating impact of climate change on this planet." Jeff is worth about $130 billion, according to Business Insider, so his pledge accounts for about 7.7% of his wealth. And remember what Chris Rock said, he's so rich that he got divorced. He's still the richest man in the world.
So Andrew Yang is coming up after this, and he's for the 4th gen or whatever nuclear power plants. And, you know, China and India, and they're reliant upon coal.
Right.
The coals are, you know, it's bad for the environment. So what if Bezos said, look, I can build a nuke power plant, a next gen or 4th gen safe one, and I'll put it in India, and I'll put it in China.
That'd be amazing.
That, to me, I don't know. I feel like, okay, that's real kind of rubber meets the road kind of stuff. Now, I don't know what is, Kaylin, I don't know what like the last, what the last European, like France has a lot of nuclear. Like, what did the newest nuclear plant in France cost? The one that was built 4 years ago or whatever. And I'm not sure what the number is. But if he said, I'm just going to take this money, and I'm going to take these polluters, and I'm going to take these people who are still burning a lot of coal, and I'm going to build them these next-gen plants, I'd go, great, thank you.
You're really doing
You're
something.
the best guy in the world.
Yeah.
When they do that thing where they're like, I'm going to give it to politicians who have this agenda, I don't feel like that's moving the needle.
Yeah.
I feel like, really, if you're going to build, so it's like, if you're Oprah and you're going, these girls in Africa, you build a school in Africa, and then the girls show up at the school, and then God bless you, built a school. You're not trying to change which way the wind is blowing.
Right.
You have a construction project.
Yeah, the thing I've never understood, and maybe I'm naive, but whenever there's fundraising and the goal of the fundraiser is to raise awareness, I've never understood that.
I don't know either.
And it's rarely something you're unaware of.
Yeah.
Right.
Like we're talking about it.
All right. Do you, I don't know if you can, I wonder how many power plants you can build, or how many recycling centers, or how many, you know, like L.A., just for example, we have a sewer system, so when it rains, everything runs into the bay. Sounds pretty archaic, and sounds like some money could fix that pretty easily with a sewage facility treatment and some infrastructure. So France has 58 nuclear power reactors in operation.
Damn.
It's never really brought up because they're always sort of the goal, you know, like, hey, we should be as good as them. But they have 58 of those bad boys cooking. I think they get like 70% of their power. So if Bezos is like, hey, every time it rains, whether it's in India or L.A., the fucking shit just rolls out into the bay and then pollutes the sea. Well, I'm going to put a bunch of scuppers and flumes in a treatment facility. I'd go
Great.
That's the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Thanks.
Yeah.
How come it never seems to translate into that? Do you know what I mean? Like,
There's got to be so many other parts to the equation. You know what I mean? Like the companies have to adopt it, the governments have to adopt it. You can't just build a. I mean, I guess you.
what's he?
could.
Yeah, I know you can't. But I mean, what is the? Where's the money going? Like,
We don't know
I
yet.
know it's going to be like they're going to have symposiums and discussions and whatever.
Everybody's
but,
going to use their private jet to fly to the symposium.
well, let's just physically take the river and the stream leading to the ocean and all the sewage that goes down there, and so many of these nations that are kind of third world and it's all over the place. Just that one subject. We could do that. He could do that. All right.
It's very doable.
Do you find any price for? Probably going to be in euros
yet.
or something.
What's it going to set you back?
Yeah. All right.
All right. Comedians Kenan Thompson and Hassan Minhaj will headline the White House Correspondents' dinner in April. Kenan will serve as the host, while Hassan, who was the headliner in 2017, will be the featured entertainer. Jonathan Karl, president of the White House Correspondents Association, says, quote, Kenan and Hassan are two of the most engaged and engaging entertainers in America. I'm thrilled they'll help us celebrate the role of a free press in our democracy. President Trump doesn't tend to show up at these. I think he missed the past three and not expected to be at this one. But wasn't it last year? It was like after Michelle Wolf, they just had like a historian come up and pontificate. And I don't think anybody enjoyed that as much.
Yeah. It's what the Oscars should get back to, which is having a host. Keenan's great. And I love that he went from bit player to dominant roles on SNL. Like that guy would barely be in anything, but he stuck it out and he stuck with it.
Isn't he the longest tenured?
I
Is he
guess.
at this point?
I think he is.
I don't
Wow.
know, but his stuff is great. When he does like Steve Harvey and all those guys,
the
he's
best.
really good.
Yeah.
He's a real nice guy.
Affable.
May have hung out with him a little bit doing Celebrity Match Game, I think. But good dude, funny, and a good example of hang out, pay your dues, don't get all discouraged on season 3 that you're
Right.
not getting enough FaceTime on the camera. Start writing. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Hang out, and good things shall happen. All right. A new reactor is 7.5 to 7.8 billion euros, which is a little more than the dollar, but it's not that much more. So let's just say 8 billion.
So he can buy one and a half
change.
reactors.
There was also a power plant, the Civo nuclear power plant, built in 2002, that cost 4.1 billion euros.
Ooh. Take that one.
Yeah. Well, build a power plant, Bezos.
Well, you
That's
want
what
a
I
bargain basement power
That's
plant.
right.
Everything must go.
Kenan Thompson, 17 years on SNL, longest in history.
Unbelievable.
Would you like to guess who the next longest is?
I'm going to say Tim Meadows.
Daryl Hammond.
Oh, really?
14 seasons.
How long was Tim Meadows?
Tim Meadows was 9.5.
Oh, wow.
All right, last one.
All right. Last week, Rose McGowan said she was offended and disgusted by Natalie Portman's Oscar dress that featured the names of women directors snubbed by the Academy. We talked about that. She called Portman a fraud. She's walking back those comments a little bit now. In a tweet that doesn't name Natalie Portman, McGowan says, quote, my critique should have been about Hollywood's ongoing culture of silence. I realized that by critiquing someone personally, I lost sight of the bigger picture. All voices, however spoken, are valid. Let's all keep pushing boundaries in whatever way we can. It's time to get loud.
Oh, boy.
There you go.
Yeah, but not for the crazy people. They need to shut up.
Less loud.
Deafening.
Yeah, let's let the sane people get loud.
That'd be nice.
It's better that way.
Yeah,
When
sure.
you're crazy and loud, that's time for the pepper spray. All right, let's bring it home.
You got it. I'm Gina Grad, and that's the news.
Right.
Fancy!
That was the news with Gina Grad.